Hello everybody and welcome to a new YouTube series. This is going to be called The Grind. We're going to start at Open League and we're going to work all the way up to see how far we can go. Now, at the rate we are at, it is currently May 18th and we have until June 8th. So that's not long, probably 20-ish days. So I want to see how far we can get. I'm hoping to get to Contender 5 or Contender 6. Or, no, Contender 6 or Contender 7. That's what I want to get to. We're going to be playing Arena Solos, 0 points, see how much we can get off. I'm not too sure how many games we're going to play. I was thinking about doing 3, but then I thought just showing kills and that stuff was going to be way too short. So we might do 5, or we could maybe do 7. We'll end up seeing. So let's get into game number 1. Game number 1, and we are dropping in at the Orchard. Now, I love this spot because of the amount of heals, and it does have some people here. Just right off the bat, I heard someone immediately. I have an AR. I run up to him, and I wasn't sure if he had a weapon. I thought he was holding a gun, and I didn't have much mat, so I knew that I couldn't play well, but I know the first few games are going to have bots, and I look like one, frankly, and then got his loot, and now I'm just minding my business, and randomly, this person started shooting me, so I used the overpowered gun to take him down. Then we moved on, and I was, again, minding my business, and I suddenly got up in a box fight now, down to a just very slim HP. Just 2 bullets is all it took, but I somehow got out of the box. I knew a flopper was quick. I heard him breaking it down, so I jumped down for a good tag of about 50, I believe. Tried for a side jump. He missed. He didn't even place a floor. I think this is when he ran out of builds. He lit a gas can on fire, started healing. I immediately pulled out my heals then to start to heal. And I used my AR and then shotgun to finish it all off. So now we are at the spire, slowly closing in on the final circle. We ziplined because I heard a couple people fighting. Now I didn't know where they were, but I saw that brick gliding in, so I thought they were down there. Then I heard footsteps and people shooting each other. But I'm still going to be honest, even watching this back, I have no clue where this person is until right here. He was under it. I go in for the tag with a pump to crack him, and then a pump finishes off. But it's not over. The other enemy zip lines up, and I wasn't sure, but surprisingly I could build on this. So using my pump, and now I try and break him down, but luckily he wasn't able to pull that 90 off. I think if he pulled the 90 off, it would have maybe been a different game. But we phased through a staircase to get a 100 plus tag. So now I know I'm 100. He is cracked. So I'm trying to get in that box as a normal person would. But I also want to make sure that I don't end up getting hit 100 myself. I'm seeing the zip line, but I don't know where it is. And I didn't want to accidentally click square to reload my weapon. Now he's boxing me in. I take the zipline, I jump, I re-get on, but then I jump off, and he takes it up there. Now I'm guessing he obviously healed, and indeed he did. I saw that little splash effect, so I go for the bow, but he's smart, and he peeks his head back. So I know that if I go up here, he's going to take shots, but I also know there's a zipline. So I zipline, he gets on it, but he pushes me off. And now he lands in the tree and is behind. I'm not too sure what he did. I'm guessing he healed. But I know that if I'm sneaky enough that he will not hear me. So I'm going down the builds. I see zone coming in ever so slowly. And I know that if I just uncrouch, he's going to hear me louder. So I make sure to crouch instantly. And I know that bam, 100 tag as soon as he got out. He missed that edit, but I missed the pump. And my primal SMG has to reload, but once it is reloaded, we finish the job. Now, moving on to a jelly skin. I saw him behind the rock, but let's be real here. It's open division, Division 1. People aren't going to be as good until we hit those later stages, Contender League. So I knew that seeing him hide, this was going to be an easy one to kill. Now we move on to the end game of this match. There's about 8 players left, and I know there's a guy in here. I tagged him a bit with my purple tack, and he's being smart. He's closing off the top roofs until right here. This is something you never want to do in Fortnite, is make it so you're in a corner. He only owns the staircase and the wall to his right, but he just didn't have the time to edit. Now, he did fake me out right there by building a stair, but I know that if I can get through that, I can get to the wooden, the window behind. Sorry for the spasm. But then another guy shoots me in the process. So the guy behind is now healing. Another guy shoots, and I have no clue where this guy shoots from. He is on top of this mountain over here. He shot me, but I thought it was behind me. This guy below still healing. And I know that there's 3 other guys now. This is half the lobby. And there's an airdrop right on us. One guy trying to go up for high ground. I hit him a couple tags. I cracked his shield. But now I know there's more than one person here. If it was just me and him and that guy behind us, I would have probably gone for the kill. But then the other guy runs. He's P90 sprays me. I was so close to dying. And then I start getting into panic mode. However, I made sure that I owned that wall. I did a great job there. He thought I was up against that wall, but I really wasn't. So what I did was I made sure I went to the other wall that I owned. But now that I killed this guy, the other guy wants in on the action. So he builds above me. I thought that he really wasn't that good, to be honest, but he kind of is. And now he's getting shot down by the other person. So I'm trying to help with that. He tries to heal. He doesn't get it off. This is my wall, but I didn't go for the shot because he got down below in time. The other guy is bowing me now, but now he goes for the big pot or the minis. I'm not too sure. He goes for health, but he doesn't hold his wall when I break it. So now he is dead, and we get the elimination, and that purple tack staying with me because that's such a great gun. So now we move on even further into the end game. This is the end game. There's a guy on high ground who I'm not too sure if he's good yet, but I start pushing up a bit. He goes for the shots on my ramp. He does not hit me though, and now I'm making sure that I know if I can push or not. I have no clue where anyone else other than this guy is, and I just couldn't get to the high ground. I knew that the angle I was at wasn't going to work out, so now I try to see if he's can peek. I try to break him down, but it's just too much, and I get hit by another guy. So now what I do is I just wait. Zone closes, and it's the first 50-50 rotating zone. So I know that if I sit here, everyone basically has to move. And I hear that there's a guy with a stink bow, so I'm trying to be so careful of boxing up and making sure that I don't get hit by that stink bow because the stink bow is so good. So I sit here, make sure that this other guy rotates. He gets out of my depth vision or my depth perception range, whatever you want to call it, and I know that he's gone. Zone rotates in just a couple seconds, so I know that it's time. And once I get in or behind the corn, I know I'm going to be safe. Unless someone is hiding in there. We do get top 5, so that's a big thing. We're already at 200 plus points, I believe, which is fantastic in the first match. So now we're building up. I don't know where anyone is, right? That's the thing that sucks about this game is I have no clue where anyone is. I still have half materials, half to the This is what late gaming looks like. So I know that late editing at least. So I know that I have a ton of materials and that stink bow finally gets me, right? But he did not hit me. So I make sure that I go behind that. And this guy is pounding in these stinks. That was 3 in a row. And then I know that I heard these guys fighting behind us. So I'm going to make sure that I try and get this guy. This guy was smart. He boxed up. But this is where I think I kind of messed up. I could have took an easy shot there, but I didn't. I hit him for 66 there. He starts pushing me. He misses the ramp to get up to me, which he's kind of thankful for, I'm sure. He ends up healing, but I see the guy over there, and I tried to get a bow shot in, but I couldn't. I dropped down low because I know he's somewhere down there. Didn't know he was under that staircase, and I built like a maniac. Now, I hit a 41 tag, so he's about half shield. And this is where I enter another panic mode state. I have 30 HP, and I know that if I box this kid in, zone's going far. We both have to rotate pretty far. So he goes for breaking it. I didn't know he was breaking that staircase, though. I hit him for 28 or 29. And then zone pushes in. This storm is deadly, doing 10 ticks per second. He tries to break out. I hit him with my tack to get another elimination. So now I'm going up to high ground because I have to move. But a theme that catches me here is there's another guy, and I'm trying to get this high ground so badly that look at my materials. I wasted all of my materials. I don't have many builds. So I try and heal. I try to heal and continue to move up above the tree so I know I have some cover. I didn't get that mini off, though, which is the bad thing. But here is the end game. There's 3 players left. We're all near it. And I'm thinking in my head, these guys are teaming. I haven't seen them shoot one bullet. And this is how to win a game with no materials. I made sure to cover myself with everyone's builds because they were a level above. And now I know that they're far above. I shoot this kid down to get a nice 100 crack and get the elimination. Now I have max metal. I have material for days. This other guy, he goes to loot the other opponent, but I know I see zone slowly moving. And I make sure to get that angle. I see him break that. It actually was his wall. I get 33 tags in to crack his shield, a 33 right there with a P90, which I'm to be honest, I didn't know a P90 did. 33 headshot. He tries to go for the high ground, but it's his demise. He dies right there, which was a pretty cool shot if you ask me, getting basically broken down. So now you realize we are now in a whole different division. We are in Open League still, but we are in Division 3. The way Arena works is you move up by division. So, for example, Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, and Division 4 are all part of the Open League. Division 5, 6, and 7 are part of the Contender League, which is where, I think I sit in Contender League 7 or 6. Which is why I want to try and get there. And then Champions League is the best league and the league that you want to get in. So now we enter game number 2, and it's already been 12 minutes. And I know in my head, I'm like, that game was pretty hectic. So I made sure that this was going to be my final game. And in this game, I'm going to go. I wanted to drop hot. I wanted to spice things up with hot game. But I missed my landing at retail row, so I have to go for the the backup spot, which is the zip lines. I see this guy gliding, and I miss every shot because this gun sucks but one. And this is my wish while we're here. I hope the grotto comes back. I really love the grotto, but I see another guy flying in now. I take the minis there. And this, I've never shot many opponents in my life at the start. I missed both the bullets with the primal pistol. I get the mechanical parts, take the minis, and then we're headed down the zip line. And I'm making sure I'm like, where are people? Because I didn't know if someone was maybe sitting there waiting. Now I know if I jump, I just hit my head. I was so close to getting that. I do luckily find a makeshift shotgun, and this is where I hear someone. And I entered silent mode. Basically, I make sure when I'm near someone and they don't know that I'm there, I usually like to crouch, like anyone probably would, just to make it so they have no clue that I'm here. I'm thinking he's a level above. He's actually below me in the next room. But then I hear another person, so I'm thinking, are they fighting? And I open the door and I see that no one's up here. I'm actually surprised that no one is up here. And then I hear the person to my left in the bookstore get closer. So right now I am freaking out. I'm thinking that he is above me. So I look above. He doesn't peep his head around though. And then the guy to my right ends up going out. I choke and throw a mini at him. I miss 3 shots, have to reload 99. And then I get the elimination. But then there's another person that's coming over here. And I only have 3 shots left in my makeshift shotgun. And I know that is not enough for me. So I see I have enough materials. And I hear them fighting. I run over, get more shotgun shells, get my mini that I dropped, and run up to try and third party this fight that is happening in front of my eyes. I hear an elimination. I'm sneaky. He has no clue I'm here. I hit the 93 cracked, 75 to eliminate him, and he is gone. And now I pick up the tactical shotgun. I'm so happy it is back. But I made sure here to drop my makeshift SMG for that blue makeshift, because maybe if I can get enough mechanical parts, I can get that purple pump. But later in the game, I do end up dropping it because I think I'm just better with the tac. Now, there's a guy ahead of me who just killed someone in the city streets. I hit him for probably about 60, 70. I drop down. I hear him start to heal, and I thought he went inside, but he was behind the ramp. And this is another thing. If I got that wall, all that guy gets to edit is that staircase. But luckily, I jump in his box and end up killing him. Now I see two players in front of me fighting, and I come in hot. I hit him for... I had 30, I believe, to crack his shield. I get over there and I get the elimination. Now we head over in another vehicle, and in front of me is yet another player. I already have 4 eliminations to my name, but this one was a bit different. Peace controlled him. I actually boxed him in somehow. I have no clue. And this guy was a bit harder to fight. I've actually never seen this skin used in Arena before. The Funk Bro, or whatever his name is, or whatever his skin is. But I know he's going to be a bit harder to fight because he has that P90, which can just absolutely shred your health down. I hear him heal, and he's taking a big pot. You cannot take a big pot in the situation that he was at. He tries to reload the P90. I hit him for 31, whited, and I just go in for the elimination. That P90 spray comes out. We both kind of aren't doing well, and I get the elimination. Now we're headed on to our, what I think is the funniest moment I have ever had in this game. We end up getting a police chase. This guy tries to enter, and I know that at some point he's stuck in the city. You cannot run into the barriers like he's about to do, and it won't instantly break at lazy. So I get out and I start shooting him, and the fish stick is goodbye. Now we head on to my Lamborghini with chonker tires. I hear pump shots in the way distance, so I think, okay, this is my time to push. There's a team fighting right now. And make sure, because you can't destroy those, and then I made sure to build a ramp, and then this kid starts spraying me. I have a stink bow, though, but I missed the shot. It went right over. But I don't see him there, so I'm a bit interested where he is. He's fighting another guy. Pump shots going off. I missed my shot again. And then he gets the elimination, but he has no clue that I'm here. I crack him. That's his edit. And now I know that all I have to do is just fill this place with stinks, that he will end up taking my damage. But surprisingly, the first 2 stink bows, he avoided pretty well because he got out of the range very quickly. But then he starts healing, and I was here earlier fighting that the funk boy. So now he starts building up. That's my brick, but he's out of the range. So now I again lay stinks. You cannot get rid of the stinks. It is so hard to get out of the range of stinks. You cannot box up. You just have to hope that the person is bad like I am. He goes for a block on me. He drops down. I get that crack shield, and now I know it's over for him. And he somehow gets away. He holds his wall. He goes up a story, but I know you're just not going to live in this situation. He hasn't hit me once. He's above the story. I go for yet another stink bow to maybe get him out. And look at that tack shot. I'm so happy I hit that tack shot. But now, I'm thinking this airdrop, but I see another player. I somehow didn't hit him with my car. But he is not that good. I end up picking elimination up, but the guy with the bow comes shooting in, and I know I have a stink bow. He doesn't know that. I hit him for about 13 and then 68 blue. And this is what I mean by it's so hard to get rid of the stinks. This guy is just trying to build up to me, and I'm just raining stink bows on him. Now this guy, the way I saw him build up and how he dropped back pretty quickly, I knew he was maybe going to be a bit tougher. And then I thought he's hiding behind a tree, in which he was. I let him build over me. I don't do anything. I hit him for 20, and then I heard him drop down, and I said, let's go. And I started getting up there. He's also a default. He heals. I fall back to heal myself. And now right here, now that recording it, I probably should have got in my car and dipped. I looked right at it, but I didn't. And I have my tack out, and he builds up, which I'm so mad he did because he could have got tacked to the face. He could have got tacked to the face. And then my great demise comes and I fall off. That's going to be it for today, everyone. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the series. Goodbye.